How's it going, guys? My name is Just Weavile and welcome to my channel where we try to bring out the potential of every Pokemon available. Today's focus is on a team built around the Iron Pokemon, Registeel. With a massive defense and special defense stat, access to Iron defense and body press with Thunder Wave to cripple its foes, Registeel can become unstoppable. Today's first game is a good one against Reese from the Pokemon Battle Hub Discord. Let's get started. And the battle begins. Good luck, have fun, Reese. So they're going to lead off with Frenetic, which is going to be the Phalanx. Nice and shiny. We lead off with Aurelio and the Ninetales, also nice and shiny. Get that Snow Warning up right off the bat. And we'll just go straight for an Aurora Veil. I know I can take an Iron Head from this thing. And if they Terra a Steel Iron Head and take us out, so be it. At least they've used the Terra up, and that's one less thing to worry about. So Aurora Veil comes through, which is awesome. And then they're probably going to go for an Iron Head, right? Yeah, they go for an Iron Head, which is going to sting a little bit, but nothing too drastic. Now I'm thinking, you know what? Let's go for a Moonblast. I'm going to go for a Moonblast right now. Moonblast comes through. Personally, I would have gone into Skeledirge there, but no, they lose their Phalanx right off the bat as Frenetic goes down. So with Phalanx out of the way, that's one less Pokemon to worry about at least. They definitely get a free switch into Skeledirge here where they can start stacking up Torch Songs. Fusion Cannon comes in. Who's Fusion Cannon? That is the Toucannon. Nice and shiny. So that thing is a bit of an interesting Pokemon to bring in here. It could be Sheer Force, Life Orb with Heat Wave. Always a possibility. I think our best bet's going into Iron Thorns here, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Get 9 TLs out of there because I would want to stay in a Freeze Dry, but they could easily Terra, which I would assume they've got something up their sleeve. Let's just say that, and I don't know what it is. So we're going to Iron Thorns. We're floating in the air over Air Balloon. They go for a Swords Dance. Oh, wow. Okay, so we could have gone for a Blizzard or a Freeze Dry for all they knew. Now they are a big threat, so we have got to be careful. I'm going to Dragon Dance right now just to see if we can. Then again, this thing gets Bullet Seed, doesn't it? They're going to Terra. What type are they going to Terra into, though? That is the real question. Iron Thorns could actually do some work here, which is the crazy thing. They go Terra Ground. Oh, they're going to Terra Blast me in the face, aren't they? They're going to Terra Blast me in the face, aren't they? But we have got an Air Balloon, so I'm not too worried about this. So we go for a Dragon Dance like so. Get that Dragon Dance up. And they can't go for a Terra Blast because we've got Air Balloon. Are they going to do it? No, they go for a Bullet Seed, which is going to get a crit on the first one. Pop our Air Balloon. And then it's going to proceed to KO us more than likely because they've got Skill Link. And if they didn't get that crit on the first one, we'd be alright. Because Aurora Veil would have protected us. But no, they got to get a crit with a Bullet Seed. That's so unfortunate. So unfortunate. Because I was Terra Ice with Terra Blast for that Bolt Beam coverage. Mechazilla really fell short there because of the crit, which is really unfortunate, you know. But it's not the end of the world, at least. So what we can do here is, if they might have Beat Blast, but I doubt it. I doubt they have Beat Blast. I'm going to go Rillaboom. So we're going to Cadbury's. This might seem like a weird one because it's obviously a flying type with the Swords Dance up, but I'm pretty confident that Grassy Glide will KO here. But even if it doesn't, we can take a Brave Bird because of the defense boost we get from Grassy Seed and the Aurora Veil as well. So I'm just going to go for the Grassy Glide now. May as well get it over and done with. They go for a Beak Blast. They did have the Beak Blast. We go for the Grassy Glide. That is going to KO the Toucannon, but it will burn us in the process. So Rillaboom is not popping off this game, which is unfortunate, as Toucannon goes down at least. We can still use Rillaboom later for the Fraligator if it's a Dragon Dance set, because Grassy Glide will still do a bit of damage to them, but other than that, we're not really doing too much this game. Pochita comes in. That's going to be the Skeledirge, right? Yeah, I've battled the Skeledirge before. I can't remember what set it is, though, but we have battled it before, which is neat. I say we go into Tatsugiri here. We go into Tatsugiri just so that we can surf on this thing, which would be great, because they're probably going to go for a Torch Song, right? So we'll go into Sushi now. They do go for a Torch Song. It's going to bounce right off us. Yeah, it does no damage, which is awesome. They get a special attack boost, though. And the Throat Spray as well. Interesting. So that's kind of terrifying. They've already terrored, so we don't have to worry about that at least. Let's go for a Surf now and just see how much damage it does to the Skeledirge, because they're no doubt going to stay in. Nearly gets the KO, which is fantastic. They go for an Alluring Voice, and because of the nice and powerful Aurora Veil, we are able to live that, even though they're at +2, which is fantastic. So let's go for another Surf here. Surf comes through. That's a dead Skeledirge, which is fantastic. So with Skeledirge out of the way, they could easily bring in Latios to Draco Meteor us. Or they could bring Superior and start Leaf Storming. It's up to them. Damon comes in. Who's Damon? Superior. The Superior is going to benefit from the grassy terrain, increasing its power. So I think our best bet to go into here is going to be either Rillaboom or Registeel. I'm leaning towards Registeel so we can Thunder Wave this thing. So I'm going to go into Registeel now. Definitely don't want to keep Tatsugiri in there. It can still Draco Meteor the Feraligatr later. So we'll go Registeel. They go for a Leaf Storm. It's going to miss, which is really unfortunate for them. No special attack boost, but we all know it wasn't doing too much damage to us. Like, let's be real. I'm going to go for a Thunder Wave here. Something, the Latios, the Feraligatr, or this thing being paralyzed is going to be very ideal for us. So, Registeel, you better come through for us right now. They withdraw. What's going to get Thunder Wave right now? Probably the Feraligatr, if I had to guess. Shiro? Who's Shiro? Latios gets paralyzed. So we go for the Thunder Wave like so. Boom. Nice and paralyzed, which is fantastic. And now I'm leaning towards going for an Iron Defense, to be honest with you. Iron Defense Body Press. I think I will go for an Iron Defense, to be honest with you. They go for a Luster Purge. That's fine. Going to do no damage to us. And we go for an Iron Defense now. There we go. And I'd like to stack up, you know, 2 of these at least. So let's go for an Iron Defense again. They withdraw. Interesting. So what are they going to go into to take on this Registeel right now? Master Gate. Nice nickname. So Feraligatr comes in nice and shiny. We go for an Iron Defense again. And now our defense is through the roof. Like, I mean through the roof. So let's go for a Body Press on this thing. They go for a Liquidation. That's fine. It's going to sting a little bit. Nothing too drastic. They are the Rocky Helmet's going to come into effect. We go for a Body Press. And that nearly does the trick, which is awesome. So I'm going to go for an Iron Defense here because they have to attack us. And that means Rocky Helmet will take them out. And there we go. Rocky Helmet takes them out. Down goes Regator. And we get our 3rd and final Iron Defense right now. And it looks like we win with Registeel. Potentially, question mark. It depends what they've got on the other things. Like if the Superior has Glare, for example, they could Glare us and get Power Hacks. They could also get the Latios could do some damage with the Draco Meteor. They bring Damon in. That's the Superior. I'm pretty confident Body Press wins us the game though here. So they go for a Leaf Storm. That's fine. It's going to do no damage. No damage. We go for a Body Press. This should nearly KO. It KOs straight up. Awesome. So Damon goes down. Damon goes down. And we've just got Latios to deal with now, which is absolutely fantastic. So Registeel coming through in the end there. Well, there's like a little Registeel video right here. Let's go for a Body Press. Luster Purge comes through. They obviously don't have Draco, or they just don't want the drops. Luster Purge comes through. We go for a Body Press. That is not going to kill the Latios. But we can take another Luster Purge, I'm afraid, unless they go for a Draco. They couldn't move because they were fully paralyzed. Oh, no. I don't think it mattered. I think we could take any hit from them anyway. As down goes the Latios, and that is going to be the game. So GG Reese has a pretty fun one. Registeel popped off. Like that was really cool. What an awesome game. Registeel became unstoppable in that one. The next game is against Puff, also from the Pokemon Battle Hub Discord. Let's go. And the battle begins. Good luck, have fun, Puff. So they're going to lead off with Raspberry, the Salazzle as I predicted, because I figured they'd lead with this to counteract the Alolan Ninetales lead, as I do normally lead with that when they haven't got a Defogger. So I figured they'd take advantage of that. But anyway, we're in a good position. So let's go for a Stone Edge. I think that's probably the best bet. So Stone Edge is going to come through right now. They go for a Toxic, which is fine. I'm happy to take a Toxic to the face on my Iron Fawns. It's going to put a bit of a timer on it, but you know what? It's fine. We go for a Stone Edge. We don't miss, which is nice. And that's going to take out the Salazzle, which is awesome. So Salazzle goes down right off the bat. It did get a Toxic off, but we still got our Air Balloon in check, which is fantastic. So they're probably going to go Sliverwing here, if I had to guess. Iron Mugulus comes in, which is the Sinister. I like that nickname. That's cool. So right off the bat, they're probably going to go for a Calm Mind, right? So I think we go for a Dragon Dance here. I'm just throwing it out there. Dragon Dance is a cool thing to do. So Dragon Dance comes through. And they might think we have nothing to hit them with, but we have the Terra Blast Ice, which is fantastic for us. They go for a Matcha Gotcha, though. That's probably going to KO us, right? Doesn't quite do the trick, which is fantastic. It pops our Air Balloon. And Toxic won't take us out from here, right? No, it won't, which is great. So we get a free hit. I'm leaning towards not tearing, though. I think I go for a Stone Edge here. Stone Edge comes through and misses, which is very, very unfortunate. As they go for a Strength Sap, which, you know, would have fully recovered their HP. I mean, I suppose I could have terrored there to get just to get the KO on the Sinister, but it didn't work out that way. Iron Thorns goes down. We did miss the Stone Edge, unfortunately, which probably wouldn't have even KO'd. So what do we do now? That's the real question. What do we do now? I'm looking at you, Spiritomb. Spiritomb seems like a really good Pokemon to go into here. So we'll go into Phasma. And we'll go for a Calm Mind right off the bat. Let's just go for it. They withdraw the Sinistcha, not wanting to take a Dark Pulse to the face. And they go into Skipper. Who's Skipper? Skipper is the Tentacruel. So if Tentacruel comes in, we go for a Calm Mind again. Not again, but we go for a Calm Mind. Just saying it again. Get that nice Spadef boost and special attack boost. And we're probably going to see a Toxic here, but I'm going to go for another Calm Mind anyway. And they go for an Acid Spray, which is going to do no damage, but it does lower our special defense sharply. However, thanks to this second Calm Mind, that means our special defense is now at neutral, which is fantastic. And now I'm leaning towards going for a Dark Pulse here. I think Dark Pulse hits everything pretty hard on the team. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. They go for another Acid Spray. They're trying to lower our special defense, which is fine. Going to lower it sharply. So now we're at -2 special defense. We go for a Dark Pulse at +1. 2 shots to Tentacruel, which is fantastic. They haven't really got a switch in either here other than Slitherwing, which they could switch in which case I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball. It's the same base power as Dark Pulse. It's also Stab. There's no harm in going for it. They go for a Surf at -2 special defense. It's going to sting a little bit. Does half. We go for a Shadow Ball. This should finish off the Tentacruel, no problem. I went for the Shadow Ball just because if they went into Slitherwing, I'd like to hit it for neutral damage. But that Surf definitely hurt a bit. So Tentacruel goes down thanks to Spiritomb, which is awesome. Nice to see Spiritomb putting in the work a little bit. Fuzzy comes in. Who's Fuzzy? Slitherwing. Interesting choice. So if we assume they're going to go for a first impression or something here, we should Terra. And Terra Blast. That's what we should do. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to Terra Fairy right now. And I know for a fact I can live a first impression from this thing with Terra Fairy. I know that for a fact. Because Spiritomb has a nice natural bulk. I hope. I really hope and pray here. First impression comes through. It doesn't get the KO because of the Terra. We go for a +2 Terra Blast. Terra Fairy Terra Blast. And that is a dead Slitherwing. It's got to be, right? It lived. It's Assault Vest. It's definitely Assault Vest if it lived that. Definitely Assault Vest if it lived that. That is terrifyingly good. So I see no harm in going for another Terra Blast, so I'm going to go for another Terra Blast. Pretty confident we can live off... oh, they go for a Flame Charge, which doesn't do the trick. Does boost their speed, though. As we go for another Terra Blast, and that's going to take out the Slitherwing, no doubt. So Slitherwing goes down to a Terra Blast. Giant wormhole opens up. Crazy animation. Crazy animation. So Slitherwing goes down, which is awesome. So we've got Sinistcha, Slowbro, and a Garchomp left. Any of those could come in KO us, except from the Slowbro, which probably gets outsped because we outspeed Slowking, I believe. Finn, the Rank Master, comes in. That's going to be the Garchomp, right? Yeah, gotta be with a name like Finn. Do we switch out or do we stay in and accept our fate? I think we stay in and accept our fate with poor Registeel. Registeel? Spiritomb. They go for an Earth Power Show and they are special, which is pretty terrifying. And that's going to take out our Spiritomb. So, unfortunate for us that we didn't get to Sweepy Sweep with Spiritomb, but it took out Slitherwing and the Tentacruel, which is great for us. It's going to work out nicely for us. So, right, this Garchomp doesn't outspeed us. We can go into Ninetales to get our Aurora Veil up, which is going to be really clutch. We're going to need that. We're going to need that. So, right, Ninetales comes in. We get the Snow Warning up. And we go for an Aurora Veil here every single time. We outspeed the Garchomp, I believe, because we're 110, they're 101. They go for a Terra, though. What type are they going to Terra into? That is the question. Terra Fire. That's terrifying. Ha. I love it when that happens. I love it when that happens. I don't know why it is about saying terrifying. It's just something I like about it. We go for the Aurora Veil anyway to get that up. Why not? And we'll see what they're going to do about this. So they go for a Flamethrower, which is to be expected. Flamethrower comes through. That's going to do about a third of our HP, which is fantastic. as I'm kind of leaning towards going for an encore, to be honest with you. They withdraw, expecting the encore? Question mark? And they're going to Molasses, the Sinnoh champion. That's Slowbro. We tried to encore them into Flamethrower, though. And that's not going to work on a Slowbro. But we can freeze dry this thing, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Freeze dry comes through. It should do a lot of damage. About half? Yeah, about half, which is awesome. They go for a Scald. That's not going to do much damage to us, I'm afraid. But if we assume they're going to go for another Scald, we could always go into Tatsugiri. So, you know what? I think I'm going to go into Tatsugiri right now and get that Scald Storm Drain. So we'll withdraw now. And what we'll do is we'll go for a Rapid Spin to boost our speed first and foremost. So Sushi comes in. They go ahead and withdraw. Okay. And they go into Finn again, the Rank Master, which is the Garchomp. So that's unfortunate for us. So we can't Terra. They can go for a Draco Meteor here, and that'll sting. Or they can go for an Earth Power. Either way, we sack off Ninetales. So we withdraw Tatsugiri. I think Tatsugiri is the key to winning this, you know. We're going to Vimto. Like so. We sack it off to whatever they want to go for. They go for a Scale Shot. That would have definitely taken out my Tatsugiri, but it will not take out my Ninetales, I'm afraid. As we go for an Encore here every single time. Or do we go for a Moonblast? We're going to go for a Moonblast expecting a switch. They do switch out. Are they going to go into the Sinister? Because they already saw Encore earlier. They go into Molasses, which is the Slowbro. We go for a Moonblast. Boom. Lower that special attack, which is fantastic. And then they're going to get some leftovers recovery, which is cool. So we can finish this thing off with a Freeze Dry if we want to. I think I will finish this thing off with a Freeze Dry. So Freeze Dry comes through. They do stay in and let it go down. As down goes the Slowbro. I want to use Slowbro again. I miss Slowbro. Slowbro is such a cool Pokemon. I really want to use it. Finn, the Rank Master, comes in. Which is fine. Aurora Bell's going to wear off soon. Am I better off switching out? I'm better off switching out. I'm going to go into Registeel. We're going to go into Registeel and sack it off to whatever they want to go for. Flamethrower, Earth Power, whatever. It's going to sting, but we'll go for it. So we withdraw Vimto. We go into Un real quick. And they go for a Scale Shot, which is unfortunately not going to do much damage to us. They get a crit. That definitely doesn't matter at all. They hit 4 times. Are they going to hit 5? No, they hit 4 times, which is great. So they're going to get that speed boost and a defense drop. So Garchomp could potentially pull something back here, but we do have the Aurora Veil up for one more turn, I believe. No, it's this turn it wears off. I'm specially defensive. I'm taking this thing into Paralysis Zone. I'm definitely going to take a Flamethrower from this thing, that's for sure. They go for the Flamethrower. Again, I'm specially defensive. I'm confident I can take a 1 Flamethrower from this thing. Yeah, we can take a Flamethrower, no problem. We go for that Thunder Wave. Now Tatsugiri can pull things off for this. Which is the main thing we're looking for here. So we're paralyzing the Garchomp where we're looking pretty good. I'm going to go for a Body Press just to see if we can get some damage off on this thing. They go for an Earth Power though. That's going to sting a little bit too, but nothing too drastic. As we go for a Body Press, which is going to take us out with the Rough Skin, right? Yeah, Rough Skin takes us out. So Registeel goes down. Oh no, we've got one more turn in us and I just click Body Press straight away. They go for a Scale Shot to try and get another speed boost. That's fine. That's going to definitely give him a speed boost, obviously, and a defense drop. They're at +2 speed. Now, as Registeel goes down. They're at +2 speed, but they're paralyzed. So, Tatsugiri should outspeed here, right? Pretty confident it does. Let's go into Tatsugiri. I'm pretty confident it outspeeds here. So, let's go to Sushi. And we'll go for a Surf. We'll just go straight for a Surf. There's no reason not to. They couldn't move because they're fat. Oh, they did outspeed as well. They still outsped us, but they got paralyzed, unfortunately for them. And that seals their fate, I think. That sealed their fate. Because Rillaboom wouldn't have outsped. Ninetales did. Ninetales could have gone for a Aurora Veil. And protected the Rillaboom a bit more. But didn't work out that way, I'm afraid. As we're going to have to go for a Nasty Plot. Go for a Nasty Plot here because they're going to go for a Machigotcha probably. And I want to take this thing out with one clean Draco Meteor. So they go for the Machigotcha. Really unfortunate paralysis right there. Really unfortunate paralysis right there. They do get the burn with the Machigotcha. Not that it really matters because we're a special attacker. And a little bit of chip damage every turn is not going to really hurt the Tatsugiri too much. And now we just go for a Draco and hope we don't miss. Draco Meteor comes through. We don't miss. Would have been nice if we did for Puff, but hey ho. And Iron Mugulus, the Sinistry goes down, and that is going to be the game. So GG Puff. That was a pretty fun one. I did enjoy that. A little bit of hacks there. That paralysis came in clutch, I'm not going to lie.